Well, making sure that access to city services is absolutely important. I'm always willing to hear feedback on ways that we can simplify that process and support businesses in accessing city services. I am proud of the work that our staff have done, especially our planning and building departments, in facilitating development in the city over the past 4 years. I want to support them and make sure they have the resources and training that they need in order to support businesses in accessing city services and navigating any of those processes in order to move their business forward. I know as well that Minister Clark and the provincial government have spoken a great deal about their desire to reduce red tape. I'm always willing to hear feedback from other levels of government about how we can improve and change our services.
The way to reduce red tape is that I think the leadership has to come from top down. One of the motions I put forward in the last session of council was that our staff had to get back to people when they emailed them or phoned them within 48 business hours. Frankly, I don't think that's happening. I don't get my calls back in 48 hours. So the first thing to do is we enforce that to our staff, that they return the calls and the emails. Now, the second thing we have to do is we have to set some goals and objectives. Like let's use the housing example again. 18 months isn't satisfactory. We need to find a way to cut that, and if we can't do it, we'll have to go to ministerial permits. But when people set money aside for projects and then they can't get done because they can't get permission, at the current interest rates, who wants to leave their money, essentially stuck behind the bread box, not earning anything because you're waiting for your project to be approved? That's expensive.
Well, anything that's in our power to remove red tape and get businesses going here in Brockville, I'm all for, because so far we haven't been doing a whole lot, and I figure if we start opening up things, it's safe and welcoming. That's what people look for: housing, safe and welcoming communities for their family.
I'm not familiar with what the red tape is in Brockville. However, I think it's time that we had businesses move forward. Maybe we could give them a little perk when they're starting out. I'm not sure what those perks would be, but maybe it would be a reduction on any fees they have to pay. I have gone up and down the street here to some of the businesses and given them my phone number to say, okay, what is it that you need? What can we do for you? I think you should include the community when you're asking these questions, because I don't know what they need. They know what they need. There's a difference between need and wants, and if it's something they need to keep their business going in Brockville, I'd happily look into it. Thank you.
When I think about reducing red tape in the business community, I see a huge need for collaboration, to actually work with our business organizations to focus municipal efforts in areas that will have the most impact for both business and for our government. We can make it a lot easier to do business in Brockville by listening and taking the advice of the business community. This is why I would like to see a business advisory committee in Brockville. We need to hear from business as to what processes need to be streamlined and design better, cost-effective regulations for all the community. Doing this will save both money and time for both business and enable the city to focus valuable resources where they are needed most.
To reduce red tape, I need to meet with the different industries to find out what their concerns are, and then meet with the different agencies at the municipal level and at the provincial level to find out what exactly are the hindrances and what exactly are the measures being taken at these levels to reduce the red tape and help improve and work for the businesses, not hinder the success and the progress of the businesses. There is a special department at the provincial level, so there is a red tape a department at the provincial level, and there is a minister for that as well. So I would like to have a meeting with the minister and find out what we can do so we can attract new businesses in Brockville, provide them with the support they need, and reduce the red tape for the businesses in Brockville.